Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today we're making a Valentine's dessert. We're going to be making Valentine's Ice Cream Tarts. For this recipe, you're going to need ice cream. I'm going to be using vanilla. You're going to need sugar cookie dough and some frosting. I'm using the Funfetti and it's vanilla flavored, but it's hot pink with the sugar crystals. For the cookie dough, if you can't find the sheet where the cookies are made out for you, you can use the roll and just cut it up. But I just find if it's easier if you can find these. So there are 24 in here. I'm going to freeze the other 12 because 12 of these are going to be plenty for us. And this is a regular size muffin tin. This isn't the mini. So I've just lined it with the little paper cups. I'm going to take that and roll it out. I've always just done it this way. You probably could just plop the cookie in there and it would work, but I've always just rolled it. I make these little tarts and I do different things with them. I've done it with pudding. I've done it with fruit and yogurt. I do have a video I'll link below that I did in the fall. Those were my pumpkin cream tarts and those were really, really good. So you're just going to continue to roll and fill it up. Have your oven preheated to 350. The package directions for the regular cookies says 10 to 14 minutes. For the tarts, I usually go about 14, 15 minutes. These I ended up wanting a little harder because they were going to be the ice cream ones, so I did go about 16 minutes on these. So now I have them in my 350 oven, and they did take about 16 minutes. At about the 10-minute mark, they do start to puff up almost like a cupcake. I poke them with a toothpick and it deflates them because you want to have like a little hole in there. So I'm going to show you here how it looks when it's deflated, and they end up crisping up a little bit after they cool off. So it's still a little soft when you take it out, but you do kind of want to see a little brown edge. So now just to make more of like a cup shape to put whatever type of filling you're going to be using, I just am taking the back of a measuring spoon and I'm going to press that down, and then I'm going to get them out of the cupcake tin and onto the wire rack. I always cool them off even if I'm putting like, pudding or yogurt, but I'm going to make sure since we're using ice cream, these are completely cool. So we're just going to get these on the rack, let them cool off for a little bit, and I will be right back. Now, once that they're completely cooled, I'm going to put the ice cream in on the rack and also the sprinkles. And I do have my frosting and I have that microwaving because we want it softened to put on there. So I'm just going to start scooping in the ice cream and filling each one. I'm going to show you how it should look, the little tart, before you start filling it. So you can see it's hardened up and it has like a crunchy shell on the outside. So that's kind of how you want it. If you're using like a pie filling or something, you could go a little softer, but with the ice cream, I feel like it works out better, if it's a little bit of a harder shell. Now that they're all filled up, I'm adding my sprinkles. I'm doing this on the wire rack, the sprinkles and the frosting, and then they are going to go back into the cupcake tin into the freezer to let the frosting set. I just thought it would be better than making a mess all over my pan. So there's my frosting. I microwave that for 30 seconds, then another 30 seconds. You want it to be really liquidy. So you're just kind of going to swirl it over the top kind of as quickly as you can because it's super hot and I don't want the ice cream to start melting. This is a lot of frosting for this recipe, but I'm making cupcakes later. That I'm not showing you because you could probably tell already. I'm not a fancy baker, so they're just going to be plain old cupcakes. So I didn't think anybody wanted to watch me do that. It's not going to be anything special. They're going to taste good though. So I'm just going to get the rest of the frosting, pop these back into my cupcake tin and into the freezer. You only have to leave it in there for maybe 15, 20 minutes for the frosting to set up. I ended up leaving them in there for probably a couple hours before I brought you back to see how they looked. And now that I have all the frosting on there, they're just going to go back in the freezer. Here's how they look a couple hours later. And you can see there's 2 missing. There's only 10 on that plate because we ate a couple and they were really good. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Just wanted to share a fun little Valentine's treat for you. Super easy, doesn't take long at all. To store it in the freezer, I'm just going to use a Tupperware thing with a lid. If you have a cake pan with a lid, just in case you don't eat them all up real quick, they won't get frozen burned. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have an awesome Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.